Konnichiwa, minasama. Tokyo Real Estate Man desu. Yes, it's the Tokyo Real Estate Man. As I wear one of my Shibuya Republic hats. Don't forget, yeah, I had a little brand in Shibuya for many years, and I still have some hats. And I might run my shop this weekend here in Vancouver because I think the weather is going to look good. So we might just pull the shop out and have some fun for the weekend. So if you want to order a hat, I think they're going to go for about $30. I'll have to ship it to you as well. But yeah, I still got really cool hats if you're interested in a hat. Anyways, today, yeah, so today, what? That's my Instagram there, Shibuya Republic or the Tokyo Real Estate Man. Always full of plugs. Anyhow, I cannot forget to share my tab. And again, uh, we're gonna go here to Nakano because I looked at that one shit house there in Nakano for I think it was 75,000 US dollars yesterday, and it kind of sort of interested me. And these are detached houses in Shinjuku. Of course, we're we're looking here like at basically junk. You're looking at junk if you don't really have ability or a certain sort of toughness to live in these houses at first. That's what you're going to need. Anyway, the location of this house here is in. I think technically speaking, it might actually no. This one was in Nakano, but there is sort of a like a border between Shibuya right here and Shinjuku here, and then Nakano sort of right here. So it's kind of in the tri-cities area, the tri-state area for all you people from New York State and New Jersey and Pennsylvania, this sort of area here. And yeah, it's a really convenient area right now. And I would say this is looking to me like it's the number one sort of arbitrage opportunity that I'm seeing in Tokyo right now. And we'll go here again too, and I will not forget to we'll go here and some pictures of hopefully my internet's working here. So as we saw these cute anime girls from Nakano, but yeah, Nakano is really cool city. Uh, and right now, I think what it's offering is like the best arbitrage for location. Oh, all these anime girls from Nakano, I'm really loving it. But you can see in the pictures here for you train heads too, that it's there you see like from Nakano probably looking here into Shinjuku, another anime girl here. That is definitely not Nakano, but there could be some other place in Japan called Nakano here as well. As we get down, it looks like these night pictures right now in Nakano are really big. And I guess there's a bigger anime scene in Nakano, or that might some character name Nakano herself too. But don't forget when we look here though too, if we do a search here, uh, it's also going to be very, very close to sort of Shinjuku as well. Shinjuku, Japan. Is that Juku? Might. And then we'll crack up some little pictures. There you go. Yeah, I mean, everyone's gonna know. That's a really cool shot taken right there of a really thin building there, shoehorn building, as we'd say from the other channel. Uh, of course, Shinjuku right there is really close, right there. And the house that we're gonna look at today is gonna have no parking, but I'm really starting to shift. My sort of thinking on parking. I think it's really good. It's really vital for like establishing yourself or the house that you buy into really the best strata of the, just giving you uh, really a U-turn ability on things. However, because the market in Tokyo is more expensive, I've just adjusted my opinion of it. So if you can find a good detached house at a good price, um, with no parking, that's good too. And I'm going to combine that with the idea of the e-bike revolution. I really think it's a revolution right now because the e-bike is just offering. It just really breaks this. We have like an urban geography here in the city here, and it's really just sort of just breaking it all apart. Here we're looking here in the sort of there's Shinjuku here to the right of the picture here. We can see here in Nakano that this area too is getting full of red dots, full of red dots. However, I have found here a blue blue dot, and that's what we're going to look at here today because it's really we looked at that other blue dot yesterday, and it was that would what I'd call an extreme blue dot, and that house was so terrible. It was basically almost like throwaway. And but even here, what interests me so much about this is that you see red, 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 yellow all around here. So even if we crack up this blue one here, we should get some multiple listings here, and we can have a look. And we see the red dotted places are going to be these places over 1 million, and you'd say, 1億 1480 man, or this one below here, you'd say 1億 3180 man, or 1.3 million in the Japanese sense of the currency. Okay, that is 1.3 million because people in Japan, that's the currency they make. However, this blue dot, and why I think it presents the opportunity, I like it, is at 1,980 man, 1,980 man. And I already have the listing open here. It's just a question of me remembering to share my tab. And let's go here to the top. And you'll see here from at home. And Kakaku, I don't know, it went down to the map somehow. I don't know what happened there. But Kakaku is 1,980 man, and it's a two-story house. This one has a bath. The other house we looked at didn't even have a bath. Okay, that one is going to take so much ability to raise it, but this is a real bargain, and someone should get involved in it. This is neat, including I. It's a really cute house. I like it too. It's cute. I'm not sure. I always send these to my wife to ask her what she thinks of the houses. And I sent her one the other day, and she didn't like it. It was the one that we did in Otsu. Anyhow, is that a parking spot right there? Oh, but alas, that's probably the neighbor's parking spot. But we see it's got an updated kitchen right there. We'll flip through these pictures right here. And there's basically three other rooms in the house and a bathroom and a toilet. You would want for nothing. You don't need anything more than this. And I think after this, it's going to be basically location pictures of the street and everything like that. The important thing that I wanted to connect with this listing, though, is right here. You can see there would be a spot that you could put like a bike on, or like something like that. I don't know. This is some sort of red post office point, or we'll have to make it bigger. And the word for that is kakudai suru. And I guess this is the neighbors parking, and they're using this to block people from coming in. So other things that I think that you could do would be to get rid of this and put on some sort of platform right here, because I'm going to connect this house to my idea of the e-bike. And I'm going to come to that a little bit later, but there's an e-bike brand here in Japan called the Mate. Pretty expensive, actually. I looked it up today. I've been looking at these. They're a very popular brand in Tokyo. Maybe it'd be better to get a used one that's for sale, but this was going for about 300,000 yen, or 30 mon, as you'd say. And the reason I like these, they're damn cool. But they also, these e-bikes, I find that they break down the geography of the city in a really great way. So if you don't have any parking or anything like that, it really doesn't matter, because this is all breaking it all down for you. And you can basically live in Nakano and access Shibuya or anywhere else really easy with these bikes. Anyway, that's my little thesis on it. Let's go back here and get down here and look at some of the details in the listing right here. And it's on the, you'll see right there, it's on the Seibu Shinjuku line. And Honan Eki is a 12-minute walk from it away. And this is the JR Chuo line. And Nakano Station is 22 minutes away. So you can see right now, given its location there, that the e-bike is going to break this geography. And the e-bike is going to break it so much that you can start to almost live in Shinjuku at this point in time, or even Ikebukuro, or anywhere you want. That e-bike is going to break the geography of Tokyo down in ways that the regular mamachari just couldn't do. Okay. Uh, Again, there's the price right there. And then as you saw here, it's just listing that everything coming, there's everything in this house, and it looks to be, everything looks to have it sort of updated, and I really like it. The amount of land, very minimal, 31 meters, and you're seeing, you actually have more space actually in the building. So it's really taking advantage of the really using the real estate in a very efficient way, which is another reason why housing is so cheap in Tokyo. Is there's no yards, there's no sidewalks, and there's no street parking. So there's no housing crisis in Tokyo. And then what happens, even in demand of popular neighborhoods like this, where you see red, 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 yellow, and green listings, some of this junk that comes up, this is a really good, this is not junk, this is a nice little diamond in the rough, you can get at good price, and you have really good optionality. If you're a person in your 20s, you should get something like this. Ownership, show you can. And certainly if you could paint this house in maybe to other colors, or take good care of it, I think that presently it's called an Akia. Akia is not just an empty house in the countryside that sells for cheap. It also is a vacant house that is available for sale. Okay, we can see that it's a wooden house right there, and it's in a residential area as in by the real estate company here. We can come up here to the map. We'll have a look at the map right there. But we've already sort of accessed or like introduced some of the stuff on the map already. You see it here is Nakano City right there. There's an interesting river right there. Let's bring the Google Golden guy down here by the river. See what we got down here. And I might not have landed us in the, oh, there, I did land us right, or I guess what happens looking here is that this river is actually under here, but it's basically covered. No, it is right there. This is very similar to what you'd see in Nakameguro, where you'd see the river there. It's very nice. I like it a lot. Yeah, but you can also, like, if we go back and we turn, there was a left turn thing right there. You can and I'll turn the cursor around here. You can see the character of the neighborhood is a very Tokyo style residential neighborhood. And but we can also glean like these sort of houses, like this one right here to the left, this one here. These are the ones that are going for $1 million because they're just newer builds, and they have this right here because the family, Japanese family, the best strata in the Japanese marketplace, who likes to buy places in Tokyo, they want to have that parking. Again, what we saw in those simple pictures earlier as well, that there is, you just would want for nothing. Even along this main street, if I land you down here, there's going to be all kinds of like shopping and stuff like that as we get closer, especially get closer to the stations. This right there. And but there's so many little micro things that you're going to be able to uh, discover here in the neighborhood. But let's go back to the map, and quickly, one I always like to do is look at the where the supermarkets are, and we can see there are some distance for the supermarkets. They're not right there. This might be about a 10-minute walk away. So this kind of is almost in, what do we have here? We have a 10-minute walk, and if we had an e-bike or a bike on there, you could easily access this supermarket right there. And this is Maruetsu, okay, uh, in maybe five minutes. Where else did we have for other supermarkets? In other ones there, what's that one going to be? This is going to be probably 13 minutes away. uh Manekiya, it says. Okay, and yeah, sure enough, 15 minutes away. That's on foot, which is a nice walk. And you could strike back with me the people that don't want an e-bike, because like that's a decent, you need to get your exercise in life. So I mean, like this one's called Yoku Foods, Yoga Foods, and that one again is 18 minutes away on foot. Yeah, I don't know. You could easily strike back and say that why do you need an e-bike? You can easily just you need to get your walking in, your exercise in your life anyway. What is this one? Was looks to be the closest one right there. I don't know, might even be like yeah, 60-minute walk away, but a very pleasant walk along the river or along your bike. I like the idea of having e-bike with this one as a way of breaking down the geography here in Tokyo. Now, one other thing I like to do always, because I'm trying to develop, I cannot forget to share the tab. I guess I have to move back to that one because I actually hit the wrong button. And I want to come here to the loan simulation page because I think it is useful. I think it is useful for people to understand the backdrop of the. Please, I'm sharing my tab, but oh, here we finally came up. What happens when you understand the backdrop of the financial payments that a regular family have to do? You can better understand the Japanese marketplace. Okay, and you can see here with a variable rate of 0.9%. Okay, if you were to buy this house and you're working in Tokyo, your total payments every month are going to be Goman go sen, so 55, or this would be like basically in the Japanese currency sense of the word, $550 a month. Okay, you Canadian people, can you imagine living in downtown Vancouver with a mortgage payment of $550 a month? I mean, come on. Motokin refers to the principal. This is the amount that is yours, that going into your savings is 4,700. This is the interest every month, 8,000. I'm going to guess that the property taxes on this as well over a year are going to be another 8,000 a month on average. So the drag on owning this house is about $160 a month. However, we could move this up we could move this up to where the 35 flat is, which is 1.885% right now. And we should actually put in an atomic in, because you're going to need a down payment of perhaps 300 mon, which is 30,000 yen in the Japanese sense of the currency. And you can see right now by moving the interest rate up to 1.85, your payment has gone up to 640 a month, or Rokuman Yonsen, okay? And then your interest and the interest portion is the only part that goes up. Your motokin or your principal is about the same right there. Anything I can add to it? If we were to slightly move this up to 500 or even 60,000 down, okay, which would totally be inflation hedged at this point in time, you're looking at 64 a month. Now, I did also for this video was able to oh, I opened the wrong tab, excuse me, the one tab. This was the mate bike that I was sort of interested in with the e-bike for it as well. But I cracked up the Japanese actual inflation numbers right here in a very useful chart. And this site here called Statistica was able to, I don't need full access Statistica. I guess maybe it's cutting down my access to this chart. Anyhow, we can, I can, oh God, I don't want immediate access. I guess I cannot uh, basically, what you can glean from this chart, what happens is, I'm sorry about this, everyone. I don't know that there is some sort of login function here. From 2019, the inflation went up to about 1%, and then during the Corona time, it ends up as deflation, and then it goes from this bottom of deflation about 1% up to this 4% in 2022, and right now the inflation rate in Japan is sitting at 2.3%. Okay, I'm proposing that that's a total lie right now, and that the inflation rate in Japan right now is probably around. I'm going to triple that, or I'll just go under triple, and I'll say it'll be about 6% right now. So my argument is, this is just my outlook on. If you can sign into the 35 flat, or if you're an older person, you want to get the 20 flat. Uh, what happens when you're signed in for this interest rate of 1.84%, okay, and the inflation is running at 6, it's basically guaranteeing you a 4% return, leveraged return, because you're only going to put 50 or 60,000 down on the house. So it's giving you a leveraged return of about 4 or 5% per year, and it's really protecting you because you're signing a 35-year contract, which is totally flat. And the first 5 years of the loan, I should tell you, when it's heaviest right now, you're getting 0.84%, which is under 1%. It's just a no-brainer. And if you go down here to the flat 20, the first 5 years of the loan right now are at 0.45%. And then on the last 15 years of the loan, it resumes at 1.45. This flat 20 is a really great rate too. So yeah, it's just interesting to look at this. I mean, in the background of this too, you have to remember that the Japanese have access to this financing. If you're working in Japan, as I always say, if you don't take advantage of financing like this, you're making a tactical mistake. And as I say, you have to own your Japan life. You can't let Japan and its life and its capitalism own you. You can't. Anyhow, this is the other thing. Now you have to know as well that the top sectors of the workforce, the people who have the best positions, the most elite positions, the people that make the most money or have the most savings and the most money, they have access to this variable rate, which is known as the Kendo Kinri, and they can loan from mega banks like Mizuho Bank for 0.375%. That is under 1%. Okay, so that is why they're not gonna usually get properties like this one here, because they don't have to get this here. Okay, they can come up here, in that same neighborhood. Okay, don't forget to share your tab, Bruce. They can come up here, okay, and they can get these yellow or red ones because they have access to that very, very low financial. They're very close. They're getting close. Like Mizuho Bank is basically the Japanese central bank, and the people that can get that variable rate, okay, they're the people that are the most capable or just the most financially capable in the Japanese economy, right? So they don't need this blue one. They can get this green one, this yellow one, or this red one. Okay. So in a way, getting the blue one too is exposed. If you want to sell things in the future, you have to take care of this house. Uh, like, like that's part of your job to take care of this house or to upgrade it along the way, or make sure it's just make sure it's just taken care of, and that way you'll have a U-turn ability. So I don't think you can be lazy about these sort of like cheaper opportunities. I think you have to take care of what you own. Here, I just want to crack up this other blue one. Was that the one I did yesterday? Here's one here. There's another one here for 1580. Let's crack this listing. I'm expanding this video a little bit. Not under my own intention, but again, this is a nice looking. This to me doesn't look terrible at all. This is a Hiraya. Yeah, this is a junk house, okay? This is a hiraya. And Japanese hiraya is a one-level house. Hiraya. Ya is house, and then tairana means flat, and hiraya means like flat, flat, flat. So like there's no roof, there's no second floor. This is interesting. Oh, it's really neat. Yeah, it's a piece of junk. It's a piece of junk, but it doesn't look terrible to me. Oh, it's a little bit terrible. But certainly this is in Nakano. It's great. This is just bailing people out. Oh, this one needs a lot of work though. But I like this. I like this. Yeah, my wife wouldn't like it. Yeah, but basically, I was totally thinking this is basically what happened in the older houses like this. They just stuck these stainless steel bathtubs near windows, and then this is the old-fashioned water heater. So you'd have to redo all the water and everything with that. And what happens is almost like a jacuzzi. It's a circular system, and I guess you're you would cover this up. You would heat with this is a like a natural gas system that would heat your bath water. You'd shower. This is a shower room here. You'd shower here, and then you'd open the window for your basically ventilation and stuff like that, and a sink there. Yeah, yeah. This house needs a lot of upgrades, so it's really at the bottom level. Oh, I forgot to share the tab, everyone. I apologize. Did I share the tab? Oh yeah, yes, I did. Did I? Oh, oh yeah, oh yes, I did. I'm sorry. Just to make sure. Anyway, that's interesting to look at that one right there. The last thing I wanted to do in the video here, though, is get to fundamental, like some of the pricing of both these houses. We saw that this first house that we looked at, I think was 198, or basically in Japanese, Nissen mon, or like this number, 1,980 mon. And Mon basically means 4 zeros. So you could put in like the 1980 and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So this house, the first house, the nicer one in the selection we looked at is basically $127,000. Okay. We saw basically the mortgage payments for this house, should you finance them, are $60,000. And I talked about including property taxes. Uh, I think that interest and property taxes, your monthly drag, and when I use the word drag, I just mean the word cost. The stuff, if you were to own this one free and clear, there's no drag. The drag then would be maybe an average of 8,000 yen a month in your property taxes. Anyway, property taxes in Japan are collected once a quarter, 4 times a year. Okay. But I'm just trying to smash everything into an average so you understand what the drag would be. Can you imagine owning a house in downtown Vancouver, where I am right now, with a drag of $128 a month? Amazing. Okay. Now, one last thing I can connect with it, and I really made this point yesterday in this compound interest calculator. Uh, when you do not have to make huge uh, monthly mortgage payments, you have optionality with your other savings, and you can take that $1,500 extra that you have every month, and over 24 the next 24 25 years at a 9%, I'm using an estimated rate of return of 9% per annum, you're going to end up with $15 million. Now in the North American real estate market, okay, right now we looked at a house, the very bottom, even this apartment that I own here in downtown Vancouver, which would sell for about $700,000 dollars. The mortgage payment on that would be around $3,500 per month. So what it means, because this payment is so big in terms of the mortgage payment, you can't even save anything extra. All your money is going into the real estate sector. It just doesn't make any sense. So you can save. I could say that if you lived as a couple, even a small family in a small house like this, you could all very possibly save, if you're both working, another $2,000 a month. Okay. And then over the next 24 years, okay, you have $2 million put away for yourself, and you also have a house in Nakano that's paid off. So this is really, this is just, to me, really elementary stuff. Anyway, another video here. I always seem to go over uh, over the time what I shoot for, because there's so many interesting points to talk about. Anyways, if you're interested in real estate in Tokyo and just making smart moves while you're there, or you're someone from the outside and you want to get involved with a real estate person like myself, who's been in Japanese real estate, or like particularly Shibuya and Central Tokyo real estate for 30 years, you can come to the website Tokyo Real Estate Man website, which I love. There's my Volkswagen bus for many years. You can always contact me on a minor level. If you want something like a hat, you can always come here to the site, where I just actually have my regular email, bjmccullough@yahoo.com, if you'd like to get a hold of me. Anyway, another video here from the Tokyo Real Estate Man. Sorry if I go over. I got talking about lots of things. There's just so many important things, and I kind of repeat these points every video, but they're really important. And my main point is, uh, you have to own own a piece of Japan, and own and get involved in these sort of long-term contracts that you can get with a 35 flat, so you can own your life, and then your life doesn't, you don't get owned by the banks or the man. That's who it is. Okay, another real estate video here, Tokyo Real Estate Man. 終わりです。ありがとうございます。すいません。